Hello, and welcome to Please Don't Send Me into Outer Space, the podcast intent on exploring all that science fiction and fantasy has to offer, one random movie at a time. My name is Aaron Cornelius.
My name is Joel Torres.
My name is Kiempo Cornelius.
I don't need an education. I learned all I need from you. They got me on some medication.
The movie we watched tonight was The Faculty from 1998, directed by Robert Rodriguez, starring Jordana Brewster, Clea Duvall, Laura Harris, Josh Hartnett, Shauna Hatoshi, Elijah Wood.
Oh!
And then that's not, I mean, that should be where it ends, don't you think? I mean, that's a big enough cast, you know. Then you got Selma Hayek, of course, because this is Robert Rodriguez. You got Famke Janssen, Piper Laurie, who I recognize from Twin Peaks, Robert Patrick, T-1000, awesome. Love Robert
amazing.
Patrick. And, of course, everyone knows this movie for having Jon Stewart in it. Jon Stewart doing his version of acting. And I would be remiss if I didn't mention the fact that Usher is in this movie. And he's prominent on the poster, like he has a main part, which he does not. So, the movie.
The Faculty.
Kempo,
Yeah.
you are brand new to this.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put you on the spot. What I like to try to get is somebody to summarize the movie as quickly as possible.
Summarize it.
Yeah, I'm not talking about talking fast. You just, hit the main points. What is this movie
Like the
about?
moral?
No, yeah, it can be the moral or it could be the story, basically.
It's like basically moral is what I gathered was adults suck and take drugs because it will save your life.
That's right.
Yeah.
Listen to more Class of 99, apparently, or Class of 99. That's what it was.
Just what it was.
Creed.
And not having a boyfriend, I guess, makes you what?
Oh, yeah, not
A
making a
le-
boyfriend makes you lesbian. Definitely.
No, goth, I was
Oh,
going to say.
yeah.
I think not having a boy. Yes, it does make you lesbian, Aaron. I think that's a very big point. But no, yeah, it makes you goth.
I don't think I knew any goths in high school. They might have been. You never know.
I was goth in high school.
Uh-huh.
I was super goth, like with a cape. Super
Okay.
goth. But yeah.
Well, that explains every... No, that doesn't explain.
But what kind of high school? I don't know what kind of weird fantasy, roided out high school this is, where everyone just punches the shit out of each other, like with just one drop of a freaking hat.
That was really stupid.
And I went to a violent high school, and I didn't see that.
Yeah, I saw this movie probably the summer before I went to high school.
Yeah, and is this?
So this was one of my first, like, I got to hang out with a group of kids like my age, watching like some type of movie that was like semi-violent, and it was kind of an exciting moment,
But it wasn't
to
like
see.
cool violent. It was like Jerry Springer. Like,
Yeah, it was pretty
my
horrible.
baby's, like daddy kind of violent.
I mean, was the entire purpose of that just trying to set the scene that this is obviously when the aliens take over, because nobody's fighting anymore, because in the very beginning they see that little minor car accident and those two ladies just start wailing on each other. I thought, oh, those are aliens. No, I was wrong. No, the aliens are the peaceful ones.
No.
I didn't understand the point they were trying to make, other than maybe this area was just like really rough. Maybe that's what they were trying to get across, but it didn't even like add up to anything else in the film. You know what I mean? Like, I saw some fights in high school, but yeah.
It wasn't really.
It's never like, I never saw a lady open someone's car door, flatten the other lady, and then just beat the crap out of
Oh,
them.
I seen that, but it's just the fact that it's not the fact that they were violent; it's the fact that nobody cared around.
Oh, the
if
apathy.
this was reality, their friends would come over and like
Yeah.
stop it, but no, no one
Normal
cares.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyday activity. Okay. Yeah.
Pretty much. That was the thing that I think.
The
made it
blasé
weird.
attitude.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty much. But,
Okay.
I don't know this movie. It's the worst.
That's a great I love it. One of my favorite things that we've been doing ever since we started this is saying, this movie.
This movie's the worst. I just imagine this like...
That is one of our catchphrases, is this movie. That's
this,
true.
I think this movie was made by like maybe a high schooler that was just, you know, that pissy person who thinks that he's the genius and everyone else is an idiot sitting in the class scribbling into a notebook.
Robert Rodriguez.
Really?
That just might be Robert Rodriguez, yeah. I mean, I've never met the man, but I'm pretty sure he just might.
He kind of has an immature attitude about the kind of movies. I mean, I haven't actually seen any interviews with him, but based on the kind of movies he makes, he doesn't really care too much about substance, it seems like.
Oh, like description of the movies. Like basically, there's the most beautiful person in the whole movie is the most hated one, Elijah Wood, with his dreamy eyes, and yet everyone thinks he's disgusting, and I don't really understand that.
This is something that this is a Cornelius thing. You guys loving Elijah Wood together, staying up at night looking at pictures of him or something like this, because I've made fun of Aaron specifically before about this.
No, once you look
true.
in Elijah Wood's eyes, you know the image just never leaves.
It's true.
Really.
Yep.
It's just, you don't need posters. It's just kind of imprints.
He's just a beautiful man.
It's just
He's a
beautiful.
beautiful man.
But
My interest in a movie picks up 100% when I find out Elijah Wood's in it.
Really?
I'm just like, oh, okay. And with the last film we saw, he was a producer, and the whole entire time I was like, oh, he'll have a screen appearance. He's a producer of this movie. Not so much, but still.
I don't know what you're talking about. But yeah. I mean, the only reason I bring up Elijah being like beautiful is there's a lot of really bad choices of wardrobe and especially haircuts, and I don't even know what's going on.
Okay, when you say it like that, he is the normal looking one.
Now, he's dreamy in comparison. Everyone's greasy, horrible.
What the hell was with Josh Hartnett's hair?
No, I guess to some that haven't seen it, he has a nice kind of Dumb and Dumber bowl cut across the bangs and then kind of owlish wings coming off the back.
God, I don't like to remember high school. That's my problem. Just like any other American, I was deeply affected by my high school experience and don't want to remember it. It's not the good old days for me, and for some people it is the good old days, and either way, it shouldn't be a fixation like that. But like, God, no, it's like, the back of it stuck out like a plate.
No, like the front was straight across, and then it just kind of out, like it did a flip in the back.
Scoop
and a
down.
Weird kind of, I don't know, like an owl, you know, the part of the neck where the feathers kind of, I don't know. And then the supposed goth chick has her hair so, like, just glued to her head and greasy and pissy. And everyone, I don't know.
Well, hormones run high, angst is high, hair gel amount level is high.
It's the 90s,
It's the 90s, man.
My head was, like, shaved at that point. I just had two double horns that were green.
I tried a few different hairstyles during high school, now that we're on the topic.
Yeah, and I still have the same one I had. Yay!
Spiked my hair like Goku for a while.
Yeah.
Okay, we're turning
kinds of
off the
sad
podcast because I'm calling in a therapist real quick.
So, I never really got how exactly the aliens got to the high school. Is it even just happened, or it just...
Well, the first scene, we see a couple of the faculty members having a meeting, right? They're having a meeting, talking about...
No, the first one is that guy yelling.
Yeah, he's yelling at the
yelling.
football
Oh, that's
team.
right, okay, yeah,
And then a shadow, and then, how can I help you, kind of, and then...
Okay, yeah.
He says, "What are you doing here?" Which means that he recognized the person. So
Right.
it wasn't her, I imagine, the person it turns out to be the queen alien. That's
That was a very unsettling scene, you're right, because it was just kind of...
Yeah.
There was no connection to anything whatsoever.
Right.
It's like, let's see, how does it start? First it starts off with a guy screaming a coach.
Right.
He's pissed off, flipping over tables, which is, I think, the best part of the movie is just seeing this guy screaming at kids, throwing
The T-1000 is a great actor.
Yeah, that's just what Robert Patrick does on a daily basis. It's not acting. That's
And then, I don't know, the movie deals with, aliens as faculty members trying to turn everyone into worm baby. I don't know what they're trying to do. They're trying to calm everyone down, I guess, in a very violent way. Just
Yeah.
this very innocent, violent way.
They're squiddies.
And then I guess some kids try and figure out a way to stop.
There we go.
That's the movie.
That is the movie.
That's the movie.
We'll see you next week. Okay. No, I do that joke I gotta stop doing that joke.
Hey, it's all good.
No, they're gonna take my license away.
No.
I had to get a license, by the way.
Podcast
I had
license.
to spend 10,000 hours recording myself saying, this is what you want, this is what you get, over and over and over again. Okay, so we got Josh Hartnett, we got Elijah Wood. We know these are the dudes. There's also the guy whose name I can't remember because he was kind of an inexplicable, like, this guy is supposed to be the head quarterback, Sean Hatosy, who I've seen in lots of things, but he's never made an impression on me. He's just
Are you talking about the curly-haired guy?
a ginger boy.
Yeah, and I know he's supposed to be a big football star, but he's the most wormiest football guy I've ever seen. Just real high. No, I don't think he's picked up anything without breaking a sweat.
Yeah.
I can't picture him running around.
Well, that reminds me of I keep going back to Breakfast Club because it was trying to do those archetypes, and it reminds me of how I've only seen that movie once, and I only saw it for the first time maybe like 5 years ago. But I was like, Emilio Estevez is supposed to be a jock? Isn't he like 5'2" or something like that?
He actually was in God, what is he? He used to actually do.
Don't look at me. I'm not an expert with this
I want
gentleman.
to say aerobics, but that's not right. It's he did gymnastics actually.
Oh,
So he actually.
so you're saying he could kick my... I already
yeah,
knew
probably,
that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
that's...
already did so. He's
Well, I'm
very
just saying,
athletic.
Anthony Michael Hall was much taller than him. He could have picked him up and thrown him out a window if he wanted to. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but the guy who played the geek is now like he was like all roided out,
Mhm.
Edward Scissorhands.
Yeah.
Oh god, that was tragic. Cause I thought he was the hottest one, and then that happened, and I don't know.
Money doesn't grow on trees. Isn't that right, son? Yes, that's true, sir.
Yeah,
No,
that's
no,
right,
it does.
mister.
It does grow on trees. It's made out of paper.
No, it's made
Oh.
of cotton. And cotton grows on cotton trees. And trees are made out of... What? Okay, so we couldn't even stay on that guy's character for 5 seconds because he's not really a presence in the movie.
No.
He's a jock who suddenly doesn't want to be a jock, which makes somebody think he might be an alien, but who cares?
That's
Well,
right.
I mean,
he has aspirations.
the stupidest reason I hate people loving me so much and
Yeah.
having me get good grades so I could get into a good college.
No, we've all been there.
No.
Ooh,
yeah.
definitely some first world problems there with that gentleman. Just people love me. Oh.
Like, it's so disgusting on how the teachers are so nice to me and I get by. I gotta work for really shitty grades. That's what I aspire to.
Well, you know.
I don't know about that. And then, of course, the goth chick's like, yeah, really? Oh.
Yeah,
It's very
that's-
taken away.
Why is she so madly in love with him?
I don't, because they're both just awkward as hell, I guess. I
And
don't
once
know.
again,
They can relate to their awkwardness.
Oh.
Breakfast Club. Jock goes for the basket case. She's the basket case in this one.
Yep.
I mean, there were a whole bunch of things that we're trying to throw back.
No, but you never see anything basket case. She just wears a black shirt, and then everyone's like just harping on her.
That's all it took in high school.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Really?
Word of mouth, man. If somebody, if a rumor got around enough, you know.
The
That's
basket,
like she's wearing a black shirt.
Yep.
the basket case should have been that girl in the beginning of the movie who had the tattoos that like was pointed towards the principal's office.
What, the
But,
hyena?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I read in the trivia that is Robert Rodriguez's sister.
Yeah, they should have had her.
That's
I'd
awesome.
like to see her wail on some aliens. I would love. They should make a movie where it's just a bunch of pissed off, like lowrider Mexicans, just destroying anything. Actually, I just would be overjoyed.
Danny Trejo just made a movie this year called Burning Dead.
Yeah.
He fights zombies that have lava in them.
He's our
Right,
national
yeah.
treasure for Mexican people. I mean, who else do we have anymore? I mean, it's kind of tragic. I mean, is Oscar Isaac even Latino? I don't think he is now that I think about it. His last name is Isaac. But what about
That chick from Ugly Betty. What are you talking about?
Oh, America.
I haven't seen her kicking any butt.
Well, she threw this big old freaking shaboo about what's his name? That guy.
Trump.
Yeah.
Trump.
Yeah, that dude.
Well.
Who said that all Mexicans are lazy or whatever? I don't know.
No, we're thieves and rapists.
Oh God.
Yeah.
I didn't even know I was.
No.
What?
Now that I know, I feel like I've got a path. It's crazy. So
That was weird.
there's not much to talk about for Clea Duvall, who's the goth chick that we were talking about. Although she has an amazing transformation at the end where she's wearing normal clothes.
Floral.
Weird
Floral print.
pastels.
Yeah.
And I don't know what made that happen, I guess. Well, the alien shit that I liked happened. I guess she was supposedly also a sci-fi chick, which came out of friggin' nowhere.
Oh yeah, too. Yeah.
Apparently she's very into reading sci-fi novels, and I guess... I don't know, I guess sci-fi novels make you what? Goth? Which I don't really get the combination, so I guess her not liking it anymore put her into pastel colors.
I could see. Yeah. Okay.
I guess so.
Yes.
I'm
Yes.
guessing that's...
Yes, Campo. This
Aaron,
is it.
you've read your fair share of science fiction novels. I mean, do you consider yourself to be a goth?
No, I'm not very goth.
I mean, you're wearing a black shirt right now.
So are you?
Yeah, but I'm a overweight
Same shirt,
nerd.
too. I'm not the only
You don't got that excuse.
Aaron's a ray of sunshine. He's America's sweetheart.
You're the guy who got 64 likes on a picture of yourself with a cat today.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, America.
Yet no one congratulates the people that helped you take the picture, do your hair.
Hey, I'm thankful.
Your hair does look fantastic, though.
Yeah.
Thank
So
you. Thank you.
Welcome.
the other female characters, we got Jordana Brewster, which you Kempo immediately. You don't think she looks like a human, anyways. I got the impression.
Oh no, she had like a weird, like matte finish, almost not real face.
It was very fabricated,
Very fabricated.
totally alien,
That's
like
how
right
she-
away.
That's how she's always looked, and like I do think she's an attractive woman, although I kind of think she's a really bad actress. But like
Oh,
I
yeah.
remember, she was supposed to be the gorgeous girl in the Fast and the Furious movies too, and like, yeah, she's a good looking person, but her face is very
Washed
almost
out.
symmetrical
Not
in a strange
symmetrical.
way, like.
Have you ever noticed her face doesn't have shadows on it? Like there's nothing or like showing any contours of the nose. It's very matte.
That sounds terrifying.
It is very. It's like Michael Jackson used to be. You know.
I don't think I want to. I'm not going to look closer.
But
Joel's not willing to look into this any further, apparently.
No.
no. It's like the Japanese built her. You know.
Program to act.
Yeah.
They put the cassette tape in.
Yeah.
As we learned from the movie, the Portuguese built her.
Wow, what was that?
It was dumb.
That was so dumb.
I don't even like. It didn't work on any level whatsoever.
I know. I was trying to think back, like when she said that line. I was trying to think back, like did they mention if she was Portuguese at any point? Like,
Yeah, and I'm Portuguese. Wink. She winks
She's
right
like,
at the
I'm not an
camera.
alien, and she goes, yeah, and I'm what? Not Portuguese?
I am Portuguese.
Or and I'm Portuguese, and you go, okay, or wait,
That's-
are you? Yeah,
That's a thing.
it's sure.
I mean, I don't know if I necessarily know if I would be able to point a Portuguese person out on the street. So,
Yeah.
you
Oh,
could
sure.
be.
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know if that was what point you were trying to make.
Oh,
or-
it was foreshadowing. That's what it was. If we'd known she was Portuguese, we would have known, spoiler alert, that the other girl, Laura Harris, is an alien. In fact, she's Supremo #1 alien.
Yeah, but who cares at that
Nobody.
point?
Not at that point, not towards the end of the movie.
The only person who did care would be the man with the insane haircut in this film, Josh
Yes.
Hartnett.
Yeah.
That's right. He had some feelings for.
Yep.
No, see, no,
That's all I had
there's
to add.
nothing. We got nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
He's smuggling drugs into the school, by the way, in Bic pens, apparently.
Yeah, big pens,
Which,
giving it to people, and
There's a lot of snorting.
yeah.
Yeah, the
So
snort
much
level of this
drugs.
film.
You know, honestly, I think the biggest worry I had on the movie, like, I know you're supposed to be like, oh no, will people like survive this? But the whole time I was like, I wonder how Ashley Wood's balls are hanging, like how doing. You got him smashed into a flagpole, like so hard.
That's not a funny scene when
No,
that
it's
happens.
not.
No.
It's really not. And,
Somebody. Oh.
and I just keep thinking about it. I was like, how is he running? I don't know. I think that was-
Yeah, he's just fine. Later you see him, he's just eating lunch with his juice box by himself. Doesn't have an ice pack on his nads or anything like that.
Maybe they were to the side. I don't know how they were. Maybe he's so used to that stuff he taped them. I don't know.
He looks
He wore a
young.
cup.
They haven't dropped yet.
I've seen that RuPaul's Drag Race. I know you could tape them back, right?
These are mysteries that I myself have never practiced.
Yeah.
I'm looking it up right now. No, okay.
Yeah, you can.
That's no, not
Yeah.
good. No.
There's a cavity there. You could push it and then tape it.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're talking about that.
Yeah.
I meant I'm not going to look it up. I'm aware of cavities.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta go to the dentist too. You're right.
Okay, let's talk about the actual faculty here, because those are some. I mean, Robert Patrick, masterpiece of scary dude looking, yet somehow handsome. Yeah, he's a handsome face.
Yeah,
Patrick.
agreed. He's a tough dude.
T-1000.
The coach.
Oh, no
Coach,
way.
fierce.
Handsome?
Yeah, he's
He's a
handsome.
fierce dude.
I think the first time, if I saw him and he was coming towards me in a bar, I would run.
Yeah, I'd run too.
I would throw the tables in front.
He has a presence, and it's really cool.
I wouldn't say handsome in a way. I'd say scary as hell.
Ladies, write in.
Yeah,
Scary.
let us know.
He looks like the kind of guy that have an apartment with all the just covered in like magazine photos with the eyes cut out. I wouldn't go for that. No.
Well, now I'm creeped out.
Yeah,
I was fine.
like that stern face. You're just cutting out eyeballs all night out of photos and pasting them on his wall. You don't think so?
I
think
don't know. I'm shaking my head because I'm in disbelief.
so.
Oh man. Who else is there really to talk about? I mean, there's that.
Selma Hayek?
She's barely in the movie.
I know.
right?
See, all right. You have all these people that say that once the wormy whatever thingy alien gets in, all of a sudden they're supposedly quote hot unquote. The hottest person I think there didn't get hot, and that was Selma Hayek. And I was waiting for her to come out and just be just gorgeous and busty. That didn't
Where I have to
happen.
agree with you that Selma Hayek is a beautiful lady. I was smitten by Famke. I have to think was the one who.
Femke.
Yeah.
Femke Johnson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got that Jean Grey poster on his wall. He's looking at.
Don't think less of me, Campo.
Too late. Didn't take that poster.
I know what's going on. You know,
No, I'm just saying.
the farther we
90s
get, away from hardware, the more I appreciate that single song. That was the soundtrack.
Literally, Hardware actually had kind of a cool fusion of film and sound. Like it really. It had a way of taking the sound and actually making it like a part of the film, like as opposed to here's popular song that we're gonna put in film or no sound.
Right. It was like a theme. Yeah, it wasn't Creed and stabbing westward and.
Here's popular sound number 3. Enjoy.
This song, the way they use the music in the movie, it wasn't like a prominent like, oh hey, this scene is going to be represented by this song. It was almost like really underneath what was going on. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know if it was they wanted to highlight the dialogue because there was a lot of dialogue or what.
Yeah, that's
There was a
another
lot of dialogue.
really weird dialogue, like a lot of like talk about someone being losers and winners kind of talk, which just kind of droned on.
Yeah.
And I was like, in high school, I didn't really give a shit about stuff like that. Like, someone told you you're a loser, and you're like, oh, that person's the
The movie definitely focused on social structure quite a bit, like where you stood in high school. If you weren't the jock, or you weren't the jock's girlfriend, you were nothing.
Yeah, but it wasn't even that. It was like just weird freaking ideas of, I don't even know why anyone even had to keep in this social status, since they said before that people only cared about football, right?
That's true. It was established that even the staff were just like, we're not getting our funding this year because the football team's the one that's going to get the funding.
No computers, no music, nothing else.
Yeah. And there's a very weird part of where, was it that robot face chick, Max lady, was talking about how
Delilah.
she put glasses on and her hair back, and that was what she said, like...
Dress and drag.
That's what she called drag. That's the worst drag I've ever seen.
She looked like a man to me. No, that's not true.
She
Not at all.
She just looked like a chick wearing glasses. But it's just kind of a weird...
I mean, she was in the scene. Maybe she meant because she knew she was doing a scene with the beautiful Elijah Wood, that she was going to seem very unfeminine in comparison, because he's got those features, right?
So dreamy.
Every time you say Elijah, I just picture those eyeballs and then just hearing like strings in the background, and it has that frost over effect. And he's just looking deep in.
Every time I think of Elijah Wood, I imagine him talking about stealing what's-her-name's underwear in Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
I forgot about that. See, I think of him as being, what was it, that robot Superman.
Oh.
Yeah.
You haven't seen The Death of Superman yet, have you?
No.
Well,
Go to a local YouTube near you at some point. Just type in The Life and Death of Superman.
All right. He plays Steel?
He plays Cyborg.
Oh,
Yeah.
Cyborg. That sounds
Plays
terrible.
Cyborg Superman.
I see.
Yeah, it's pretty good stuff.
It's so good.
And he plays one of the Beastie Boys,
so
too.
he's-
Yep.
in a
Oh yeah, he
video.
did play the Beastie Boy.
And they all urinate on each other, and it gets very awkward
Oh,
at
yeah.
that point.
Sounds wonderful.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah. it is what it is.
So, before I cut off, we were talking about your love for Famke Janssen, but I don't think we have to go much farther into that. I mean, she doesn't... her character is dumb, because she's one of those people who's supposed to be all, frumped up and not attractive looking, except for the second you see her, you recognize that, oh wait, it's that one actress that everybody thinks is a babe, or had previously. Famke Janssen, the one that was...
I was talking about the very reserved teacher who was very reserved, and like she obviously...
She was talking to Zeke.
Oh, yeah, she looks... I wouldn't say frump. She just looks like she's wearing a costume.
Yeah, exactly. It was doing that thing that they do in like they did in She's All That, where oh, she's a nerdy girl. Now she's all pretty, except for in this time when she becomes pretty, she's an alien.
Yeah, but she isn't that bad. Like, the only thing they said was she's ugly and she's all that. She had her hair in a ponytail.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. That's all it was. That's it. Glasses, ponytail.
She was also very reserved.
Yeah,
I don't know
I
if
think
you noticed that.
they were trying to show that when she became an alien, she became uninhibited, and that she would, she could do whatever she wanted, because when you get an alien inside your ear, you suddenly realize how beautiful the world is.
No, you don't. Otherwise, you wouldn't be beating people
and
up.
You still hang out at a high school
for some reason. Yeah.
She had the thing moment, and her head pops off, and then it grows little tentacle legs, right? Hey.
Yeah, then you have to go to the next disc on the PlayStation 1 in order to see the horrible graphics of the the head walking across the ground. Please insert next disc so you can continue horriblegraphics.exe.
Really? Because it reminded me of Seventh Guest. Really bad.
Gustav built a house on the mountain and invited some losers who all died.
God.
Ooh.
Yeah, but you already knew the moment you saw it. It's like, oh, everyone's gonna get hot, I guess. But then again, why didn't the coach get hot?
Because he was already hot. Yeah, we already had this discussion.
No, he wasn't.
Robert
He looks like a
Patrick.
creeper.
Oh, Dreamweaver.
No. Scary.
And the only other character...
Wait. Another thing is, why did he charge her blowing a whistle?
Oh god, yeah.
We didn't even talk about that opening scene and how that scene kind of ruins a later part of the movie because there's the principal in this movie is played by BB Newirth, and she, in the very beginning of the movie, after the coach gets taken over, she gets assaulted by the coach. He literally, or he puts a pencil through her hand.
No, but this is the weird thing is like he kind of comes over to her and she's all like, "Oh, what are you doing late at night?" There is a little bit like it seemed like he wanted to have sex with her at first.
Of course he did.
But wow, that's so weird.
I don't think so. I don't know what he was going for, and I don't know what they were going for.
I don't know exactly, but he was like, "Hey," like he was leaning up, he was grinning.
It was a very disorienting scene. You really didn't have a basis for any of what was going on, and then suddenly it was just like mass chaos. Like dude was trying to grab her or something, and he's running away, or she's running away.
No, he's like coming over all slick, and she's like, this is sexual harassment. And he's all, "No, I came in here for a pencil. And he's like, "I really need that pencil."
And then he penetrates her.
Yeah, with the pencil.
With the pencil.
Oh, through the hand.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah.
I had that happen to me. That hit home.
It's not.
I had a pencil go through my hand.
No.
It was the worst
You're
feeling
hurting
ever. I thought I was gonna throw up. There's no way you get a pencil through your hand and not like kind
almost
of
faint from the pain.
buckle a little bit.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. And then, you could snap out of it, but she didn't even. She just went, well, there it is.
Well,
through the hand.
the need to survive over.
No. Trust me, when you see it go through your hand, it makes your stomach freaking clench up.
Well, she's just.
She might have pooped her pants.
Yeah.
And then she ran.
No, because she's wearing a skirt. You've seen that fly out.
Details.
Either
Details.
way, she. From that point, she runs off, and then she obviously gets killed. We see her get killed by getting stabbed multiple times.
Well,
Later in the movie, she just shows up at the gym, and it's like, it's a stupid, supposed to be suspenseful scene where they like shoot her in the head, and then they're like, "Oh wait, she didn't melt or anything like that. Maybe she was an alien." Except for we all know that she has to be an alien.
Yeah, she got stabbed far too many times to have survived that. Yeah.
Yeah, I probably should. I'm trying to get into accuracy when there's freaking worms going into me.
Yeah. I mean, it's just a dumb continuity error that really like bugged me. Like, I wonder if that first scene was inserted into the movie to make it more like Scream, because of the whole Drew Barrymore part in the very beginning where they have a big kill.
I haven't seen it.
Oh, you haven't seen Scream?
No, I haven't.
Neither have I actually.
I don't know if I can recommend it.
It's fine. It's not my flavor. So
it's a science fiction
flavor?
movie.
well, it's
Because Skeet Ulrich is supposed to be attractive. No.
I'm not really into the whole slasher fiction.
Yeah, it's just one of those movies.
So as far as does paranormal go into any of that?
Into Scream?
No, I'm talking about your podcast has fantasy and.
Oh yeah, anything. I mean, like, I think that when it comes to ghosts and anything supernatural like that, that is science fiction.
Oh, okay.
I mean, we'll see.
And should be added to the randomizer.
Yes, that's correct. When we reach into the dimension, you never know what you're going to get. I wouldn't be surprised if we end up with Transformers in the movie or something like that, or one of the what are those movies?
animated?
All hail Michael Bay. Oh no!
No. What?
Ew!
Those movies don't
Divorce!
exist.
Oh,
This is all for legal records.
God.
I'm just kidding. Of course, the cartoon Transformers film was the best.
That's right.
Orson Welles,
No, wait,
Leonard
was that
Nimoy,
Transformers?
Devo,
Does that
Weird
mean
Al.
You guys get to review Ninja Turtles?
It depends
The
on
Jim Henson one.
Oh, that's I mean that's science fiction also, because those guys, they got radioactively mutated into samurai pizza cats, so it could end up on the right thing. You know,
Adolescent radioactive hamsters.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
biker mice from Mars.
Oh wow, I haven't seen that in forever.
Mm-hmm. Street Sharks and
Street Sharks. Yeah.
I tried to get into that.
Good job.
I wasn't allowed to.
Street Sharks?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Wasn't allowed to do a lot.
So let's talk a little bit about science fiction in the faculty.
Okay.
Is it stupid or really stupid?
It's really stupid.
Okay.
Well,
it's no brainer. Really stupid.
so the aliens rely upon water, large amounts of water in order to survive.
Well, wait. Can
Correct?
we say aliens or alien because they share a hive mind?
Oh, okay, it's a hive
right?
mind, so it is an alien.
Single
Yes.
alien.
Yeah.
A single alien that possesses several different hosts. Okay, and so they rely on water in order to survive, and that's why through the entire film you see all these sparklets trucks drive up with all this water, and then you see the faculty room go from coffee maker to just rows and rows of sparklets bottles, and instead of drinking from coffee mugs, they're drinking from these small paper cups.
Which doesn't make sense. Why?
Yeah, why aren't they just picking up individual sparkling bottles and lifting them over the head?
Yeah.
However, the Achilles heel to the alien is caffeine pills crunched up with other household drugs and put into big pens that can easily be stabbed through eyeballs.
Dude, it's just,
And that's how you solve your alien problem at your high school.
there's so much water in this movie too. Everyone runs into somewhere where there's too much water. Like when they're running away. I haven't seen this much water since like Ranma 1/2. There's like so much water mishaps. They decide to like go find the queen while it's raining outside when there's a football team, which is the stupidest freaking idea you could do.
You just reminded me of when that guy who was the football player goes in to take a shower. How would you have reacted if some old lady just suddenly started looking all freaky gooberish and her
Taking off
skin
her
falling
clothes,
off
yeah.
and taking off her clothes and like all that stuff? Like his reaction was very calm, and I think my reaction would have been like, "Oh,
I definitely would have tried to disattach myself from said woman as quickly as possible.
You're a nice guy though, so you would have been like, "They're there."
No, man.
Nah, yeah, there might have been some pushing though. I would have been like,
I think the weird question is why didn't he run? He kind of stood there butt naked while she was unbuttoning her shirt.
yeah, there was definitely a moment there.
Yeah, didn't you hear? He had a very small line. He said, "Daddy like." No,
No, I would have already been out.
yeah, that's gross.
She's a little gooey. Which, wait a minute, they said in the movie that she didn't. The lady that got all gooey, they said she couldn't handle it because she was old because she couldn't take water, but she was in the shower, so wouldn't that would have helped her?
It was probably too far gone or something like that.
Well, she was kind of falling apart too.
Yeah.
So I think maybe age had something to do with the parasitic ear injection process that led to becoming one of the hive mind.
Yeah. It doesn't make any sense.
No.
No,
It
it
doesn't.
doesn't make any sense.
Doesn't.
I'm gonna have to say that the faculty, unfortunately, though, a very interesting horror flick, very sci-fi light. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what's we all gonna not talk about how that one chick didn't have nipples? Came out naked, no nipples. No one
I
else
think
noticed.
I'm gonna have to go back and rewind it and make sure.
None. And no
just-
one even said a word.
Josh Hartnett did ask her why she was naked, but yeah, he didn't say, "Where are your nipples?" Maybe he
Yeah.
doesn't care. Maybe he's never seen a woman naked before.
Yeah.
It's too obsessed with stealing, chemical stuff from the science lab so you can make
Being a secret nerd.
No.
whatever.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know, man. I don't know. It's like you make hair gel. It's
They're
the
trying
first
to
word.
complicate everything.
Yeah, exactly.
So, I don't know. I can't think of anything else to add to this movie because
What
there's
was-
nothing really you can say about it that's interesting
Yeah.
besides why, Elijah Wood's parents think that he's on drugs because he said he saw someone die and automatically he shouldn't be listened to whatsoever.
Okay.
And then taken to a therapist and have everything that he needs as a teenager taken away.
His boombox, man. They took his boombox.
His
and-
porno.
Yeah. Oh yeah, his Boobs magazine.
Yeah.
Shooter McGavin was sure to make sure that they were safe As it was seen when Elisha Wood, after he fell out the window,
Shooter?
Shooter McGavin ran out and,
Yes.
made sure his son was
Never
safe. But lo and behold, still holding Porno Mag. Definitely.
He picked the one he liked. That I was trying to think of how we could at least repair this movie in the sense of length because it was too long.
Yeah.
And I think cutting out that entire parents scene after the whole school with the police things would help a little bit. But there's so much of that feels like pointless dialogue. Like the scene in the library where they're like referencing other movies and referencing directors of movies, like, and I guess they were trying to seem smart and being like, yeah, we know this is redundant when compared to a bunch of other things, but we're still doing it. Like,
Well, they tried to relate it to the Body Snatchers, I noticed, and maybe that was one way that the audience, maybe Rodriguez was trying to get to the audience that, hey, this is just like the Body Snatchers, man. So if we talk about this, you're gonna think, at least you in the audience, you're gonna think about Body Snatchers, man. That's kind of what I got from that conversation.
What is a better version of this movie? Is Slither.
oh yeah,
Slither's
way
amazing.
better.
100%.
I think everyone should skip this movie. I'm sorry.
Yeah, go see Slither,
Yeah, go see Slither.
or go see the Invasion of the Body Snatchers from the 1970s, even though
my
it's
God.
terrifying.
Yeah, it scared the out of me. But I don't like dogs. So.
Okay, so you say Robert Patrick is not an attractive man.
Yeah.
Now, who is more attractive, Donald Sutherland or Robert Patrick?
I forgot what the guy. What are you talking about? The curly-haired guy?
No, this is the guy from the Invasion of the Body Snatchers, the one at the end that was going.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was the lead curly-haired dude.
Yeah, curly hair.
At least he looks distinguished.
Well, he's older.
He's distinguished, more interesting. Than the
That's
other
not what
guys.
Robert Patrick looks like now either. Well, he looks basically the same.
I'm really glad though that they made a scene where he was running in the film, so you can get that same. Man, they just tried to squeak as much of that Terminator 2 out of that guy as they could.
See, I don't like that they did that. I don't like that they were trying to throw back to Terminator 2 because make your own movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, agreed. But I'm just saying.
They relied too much on, hey, this other sci-fi stuff?
Yeah.
It's kind of like that, but teenagers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's it.
And that's dumb.
It is.
Well, I'll have to agree that the first couple times I've seen this movie, I did in fact enjoy
You've
it.
seen it, like, how many times?
This will be my third time seeing this movie.
What's wrong with you? Why would you...
He loves Josh Hartnett.
I don't know. Who's that?
He's the duck-haired goofball,
Oh.
Zeke
What
the
else
plumber.
is he in?
We were talking about this because he was in the last movie we saw. He's in 40 Days and 40 Nights. He's
I don't
got
know.
a very small part in Sin City as the assassin guy in the beginning and
Oh
at
my
the end.
god,
of
is that him?
Lucky Number 11, Pearl Harbor, 30 Days a Night. He's like one of the main guys, right?
Yeah, that's another tragic movie.
Yeah, he's not. I don't think he's that stellar of an actor, but that's not. I haven't really seen all of his stuff, and I can't. It's not really fair to assess somebody's career based on a few movies.
Yeah,
That's true.
he's probably a nice person.
Yeah, I'm sure he's a gentle lover, and
He hugs kittens,
mm-hmm. And,
gives to charities, or he just makes meth in his...
you just reminded me of something else I wanted to talk about this movie.
Yeah.
There were two people of color in this movie,
Yeah.
Usher and Selma Hayek,
Yes.
and neither of them had more than 5 minutes of screen time, I'd say, right?
Agreed.
This is supposed to be in Texas. Where are the Mexicans?
Yeah.
They weren't allowed in the movie.
Robert Rodriguez is like, no.
He's like, I'm not having my people in this piece of shit.
Well, his sister did play a pivotal role, right?
Yeah.
In the film.
Right. Oh, yeah, pivotal.
You know what? She had the exact same facial expression in the beginning as I had throughout the whole movie.
Nice. Disinterest.
Disinterest.
Oh, man. Yeah, there's nothing else to go on there.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Nothing.
It's a science fiction movie, kind of.
There's no
And
science.
Yes,
It's
it's
fictional.
sci-fi.
There you go.
Sci-fi.
Let's see what we can get from our little pod device here, the randomizer. Do you want to reach in this time, Aaron?
Okay,
because
sure.
If you'll recall last time, the machine broke down,
That's right.
and I got a really bad electrical shock, and
Okay.
that was not cool.
Well, I'll be sure to not use any protective gloves when handling the dimensional pocket.
You can't use protective gloves.
Are you sure?
It's very sensitive.
Oh, okay. All right, here it goes.
Okay.
Are you ready? Ooh, what's that?
I don't know.
This is awkward.
Whoa.
Hold on a second.
Why am I?
Okay.
Well, I don't know.
Okay.
Why is it all like
So we can figure...
that dimension buckaroo bonsai?
Oh, no way! I can't believe it picked this one. I know for a fact that that's one on Netflix because a bunch of people have been talking about it recently.
What
All right,
is it?
Joel, what are we watching?
You tell me, Aaron.
okay.
What are we watching?
Well, the Pocket Dimension is mentioned that we'll be watching Death Machine from the year 1994. And, it looks like a doozy. Looks like a doozy. Pretty excited.
I never heard of this.
I've never heard of it either, but it's...
Well, you have heard because you said.
Well,
people are
yeah,
talking
I've seen
about
people... A lot of people have, like, jumped on the train to watch it because I think it's supposed to be a good bad.
it. When the new CEO of a weapons manufacturer learns that the company is secretly developing the ultimate killing machine, a half-man, half-machine that tracks its victims by sensing fear. It's a she. She tries to get rid of both weapons. Well, yeah. I guess we don't have to watch it now.
Oh, man.
Well, I'm thoroughly excited.
Hey, look who's in it. William Hookins.
Who's that?
Oh,
He was
Hookins!
in... Yep.
I don't know.
He's
He's a certain X-wing fighter pilot named Porkins who dies. He was
Porkins?
Porkins. He's the big guy who died in the first Star Wars film movie.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
And he was in the first movie we watched, Hardware.
Yeah,
Which
Hardware.
this sounds very similar to.
Oh,
but,
well, we're in for a
Okay,
treat
so-
then. We're in for a treat.
something tells me there's boobs in this.
Oh, I'm sure of it. I'm sure of it.
I don't know. You can never tell with the 90s. Okay, since we're about 4 podcasts in, this being the 4th one, I thought we could finally break that little piece of egotism that I've been holding off on and say, if you actually did want to follow us for some weird reason, you can find us on Twitter at Outer Space Pod, and our individual accounts. Mine is at JDT Movies. Aaron,
At Hyper Hero Man.
what about you, Kempo?
What?
What's
Do you
your
want anyone to follow you on Twitter?
I don't have Twitter.
You don't have a Twitter.
No.
What do you have, an Instagram?
No.
You have an Ninjagram?
No.
You have a Samsgram?
No.
And if you want to send an email into the podcast, you can get us at pleasedon'tpodcast@gmail.com. That's not a suggestion. We don't want you to write in and say your name on this Gmail is appropriate. Please don't podcast anymore. If you want to send any comments or suggestions for movies that we might want to watch whenever the randomizer goes down, anything like that, just send in a nice email, and I won't have to send back an angry email. That's not true. I wouldn't send back an angry email. Don't quote me on that.
We'll have our robots sort through all of our mail.
I have a Tumblr.
Tumblr.
What's your Tumblr?
Tell us your Tumblr.
A nerd girl with a keyboard.
Nerd Girl with a Keyboard on Tumblr. That's T-U... No, I'm not going to spell that. I don't know.
Double B.
Berber.
Herpaderpadoop.
Capital R at the end.
So until next time, I think we're all going to try to forget we watched The Faculty and call the end here. My name is Joel Torres.
My name is Aaron Cornelius.
I'm Campo Cornelius.
Have a good night or a good day or whenever you decide to listen to this, and we will see you next time.
Bye.